Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are fit and fine at your home. Dear students, today we shall study one of the chapters of 5th standard EVS 1, lesson number 13, methods of preserving food. Students, in the previous video we have studied why there is a need of preserving food, okay, and what kind of food or foodstuffs needed to be preserved. For example, the delicate fruits, delicate foodstuffs such as fruits, vegetables, eggs needed to be preserved. Okay students, because there is a possibility that it can be spoiled, and the spoiled foodstuffs will be harmful to us or harmful to our health. So it is very important to preserve the food. So this is one of the reasons. The another reason is that we know that the particular foodstuff is available in a particular season only. Okay students, so if we want to use a particular foodstuff throughout the year, then it is very important to preserve the food. That much we have studied in the last video. Students, today we are going to study food and microorganism. How to preserve the food, it means the methods of preserving food we are going to study, as well as how does the microorganism affects our food, that also we are going to study today. Okay students, yes, before that we are going to do an activity. Okay students, so here what do you require for the activity? A chapati and 3 boxes or containers, we can say. Okay students, so here I have a chapati with me. Student, here I have a chapati. Student, let me divide it into pieces. I will be requiring only 3 pieces of chapati. So let me divide it into proper pieces. Here I will be using only 3 pieces of chapati. I required only 3 pieces of chapati. Okay students, yeah. Now I will be requiring 3 boxes. So here I have 3 boxes. Okay students, so what we have to do is that here we have to fry 1 piece of chapati. We need to make it very crispy. Okay students, so let's do it. Students, just a minute. Yes students, see here I have fried a piece of chapati. You can see here the fried piece of chapati. It is completely fried now. Okay student, here in this chapati we do not see any water quantity now. It is completely dried now, as well as fried also. Now this piece of chapati we will put in a container or a box. Okay student, here I have a box. I will put it inside. Okay, see here, you can see here. Okay, so here what we have did, we have put 1 fried piece of chapati in the box. Okay students, next we are going to put the other pieces of chapati in the container, in the other container. Okay, separate other container, and the third one, other piece of chapati in the other container. It means here we have 3 pieces of chapati. 1 piece of chapati is fried one, okay, and the other pieces of chapati are not fried one. Okay, so here we have 3 boxes. Okay, and so here in this box we have the fried chapati or piece of chapati. Okay student, now we will keep this box and 1 more box in a dried place. Okay student, where we do not have more moisturizer. In a dried place or in a safety place, we will put these 2 containers. For example, right now I am keeping here, okay, on my table. This piece of chapati we are going to keep in a fridge. Okay student, if you have freeze at your home, then you can keep it in a freeze also. Okay. Yes, student. So this was the activity. We have taken 3 pieces of chapati. One we have put in a box. Second one is roasted or fried, that we have kept in a box, and the other also we have kept in a box, or we can say a normal piece of chapati has kept in a box. Now student, we need to observe daily these boxes or these pieces of chapati for 3 to 4 days. Okay students, now I have kept all the 3 boxes, okay, at their specific places. I will observe it daily and I will make a other video for that. Right now I will tell you what will happen after 3 or 4 days. Yes student, after 3 or 4 days, if we open the box has kept in a fridge, okay, we will see no changes in the chapati. Okay students, because of the cool temperature. Okay student, so this is one. Then if we check the container or the box which contains the fried or roasted piece of chapati, there also we will not see any changes on that piece of chapati. Okay student, then at the last, if we see the other one which we have kept in a normal box with a normal piece of chapati without doing any process on that chapati, okay, on that chapati we will see white, black or greenish fibers like cotton wool growing on the piece of chapati placed in the box without any process. It will also start smelling. So student, what have we observed here? Yes, we can see changes in the piece of chapati which we have kept in the box, okay, and we are not able to see any changes on the pieces which we have kept in the fridge, and we have roasted the piece of chapati. Okay student, have you understood? Then how does it happen? What is the reason behind that, that on a normal piece of chapati a fibrous cotton wool grow? Yes student, so let's find out the reason behind growing the fibrous cotton wool or white greenish fibrous cotton wool. Okay students, so let's find out. The cotton wool like fibrous growth on the chapati is a kind of fungus. Yes student, and fungus is a microorganism. Then student, what do you mean by microorganism here? If you know, you can type your answer in the comment section. Students, the spores of fungus is available in air and water. Now student, what do you mean by spore here? Yes student, spore means it is a single celled organism which has the capacity to reproduce. It has reproductive capacity. Okay student, it can develop into other cells. The piece of chapati in the box created favorable conditions for the growth of a fungus. Then what are the conditions required to grow the fungus? Yes, foodstuffs, air, water, warmth. These are the things which makes the favorable conditions to grow the fungus. Foodstuff, air, water and warmth. Okay students, so do not forget this. These things helps to grow fungus on foodstuffs. Okay students, not only foodstuffs, the other things also. And just now we have seen that piece of chapati in the box created the favorable conditions, that foodstuff was there, air was there, warmth is there, as well as moisture is also there. What is moisture student? Yes, moisture means the availability of vapors in the air is called as moisture. So moisture plays an important role in growing the fungus also, we can say. Okay student, have you understood this much? Very good. Dear students, we know that everywhere microorganism is available or present? The microorganism is present in air, in water. Students, usually air, moisture and warmth are available wherever we keep our foodstuffs. Yes, student, you can observe wherever we keep our foodstuffs, there we can find air, moisture and warmth. And we know that these are the favorable conditions to grow the microorganism as well as fungus. So here it helps to grow the fungus on our foodstuffs or food. Students, as it is microorganism, we cannot see it, but gradually if it is growing, then we can see that the foodstuffs are getting spoiled. And students, knowingly or unknowingly, if we eat such kind of spoiled food, then we can face stomachache, diarrhea, vomiting, etc. Most of the time when we have diarrhea or vomiting, then we go to doctor. That time the doctor says that it is the effect of food poisoning. What does it mean? It means that you have eaten spoiled or harmful food. Sometimes it can even have threat to our life. Okay, student? So be careful and do not eat the spoiled food ever. Okay, students, have you understood this much? Very good. Now students, a question arises in the mind that how we can preserve the food so that it cannot be spoiled. Yes, so let's learn the methods of preserving food. The first method is drying. When we dry, the water quantity in the foodstuff get dried. Okay, students, and because of that it doesn't have the chance to grow microorganism on the dried foodstuffs. So most of the time we dry the foodstuffs. For example, we dry the papads. Okay, student. Now this papad is completely dried and it doesn't have any water quantity, and because of that it can be preserved for a longer time and we can use it throughout the year. Okay, student. In the same way, kurdai, sange, wheat, dals, etc. can be dried and preserved with this method of drying. Okay, student. So this is very important method of drying the food stuffs. Okay, student, have understood? Now we are going to study the next method, that is cooling. When food is placed in a refrigerator, then microorganisms do not get warmth. Okay, student, and because of that it will not get spoiled. Yes, student, we know that warmth is one of the favorable condition to spoil the food. If we keep the food in the refrigerator or in a cool place, it will not get spoiled. Okay, student. So cooling is one of the important methods of preserving food. Most of the food we keep in refrigerator. Okay, the leftover food also we keep in refrigerator so that we can use it again. Okay, student, have understood? Very good. Students, the third method of preserving food is boiling. Okay, when we boil water, milk or anything, the microorganism in the milk and water get destroyed. Because of that, the milk do not get spoiled or damaged. It can be preserved for more days. Okay, students, have understood? Very good. So boiling is also one of the important methods of preserving food. Now the next one, that is placing in airtight cans. Yes, student, most of the time we keep the foodstuffs in airtight cans. Yes, student, if you remember, we bring our tiffins in airtight cans or airtight tiffins. Okay, students, do you remember? If you remember, you can type yes in the comment section. When the foodstuffs are kept in airtight containers or boxes, first the microorganism get destroyed and then it ensures that water or air will not enter into the box. Okay student, and because of that it will not get spoiled. Yes student, the most important things which are helpful to grow the microorganism is water, warmth and air as well as moisture. So we have to keep the food away from these things. Okay students, if the food stumps comes into the contact of air, moisture, water and warmth, then definitely it will get spoiled. So students, what have we understood here? Yes, it means that to preserve the foodstuffs, the microorganism in it should be get destroyed, and they must be placed in such conditions in which microorganism would not be grow. Yes student, have understood this much? Very good. So student, today we have studied, first of all we have done an activity, then we have studied what is meant by microorganism as well as fungus. Okay, and afterward we have studied the methods of preserving food. Okay students, have understood? Very good. Now students, we are going to do an activity. Watch the activity properly. Do not do it yourself. If you want to do this activity, then you can take the help of your mother or you can say your elders. Okay students, yes. So what kind of activity we are going to do here? Make a pickle. Okay student, yes, we know and we like pickle as usual, and the pickle can be preserved for a longer time. So what is the simple method of making a pickle? Let's do it. You can try at your home, but under the observation of your parents only. Okay student, so let's do it. Dear students, the required material to make a pickle is a glass jar, a knife, a spoon, 7 or 8 lemons, 2 spoons of red chili, 1.5 bowl of sugar and a 1/4 bowl of salt. Okay student, as per my need I have taken the material. I have 5 lemons, okay, and according to that I have taken other ingredients. Okay student, now what we have to do is that we need to clean and dry the jar. I have cleaned it as well as dried the jar also. Now we need to cut the lemon into 8 pieces. Okay student, so let me cut the lemon pieces. Okay, see here, as per your need you can cut it down. Okay student, in this way we can make the pieces of lemon. Okay, now what we have to do, put these pieces in the jar. See, let's put it in the jar now. So we have put the pieces in the jar. Now add salt. Okay, so as per requirement we will be using what? Salt. Okay students, so let's add the salt. Okay, now sugar. So I have taken here sugar powder. Okay, now we will be adding 1.5 tablespoon of chili. See, this is 1 and I will take half now. This is half. Okay student, so all the ingredients I have added. Now mix it with a spoon, otherwise with a wooden spoon. Okay student, mix it properly. Okay students, after stirring it properly, now we will tie this with a clean piece of cloth over the mouth. Yes students, in this way I will be tying it. Okay, and after tying it, we need to keep this in the sun for 10 days, and daily we need to stir it with the spoon properly, and be aware that your hands should be very clean while stirring it. Okay, as well as your hand should be dry. Okay, now after 10 days you can enjoy it. Okay students, have understood this much? It's very good. So here, to preserve this pickle, what we have used, certain substances are added to jams and pickles to preserve them for a long time. They are called preservatives. Sugar, salt, asafoetida, that is hing, mustard, oil, and vinegar are examples of preservatives. Okay students, have you understood? So such kind of pickle you can make at your home with the help of your parents, and you can enjoy it. Okay students, have you understood the procedure of making a pickle at your home? Very good. Students, so it is very easy to make a pickle at home and can be preserved for longer time and can be enjoyed throughout the year. Okay students, yes. So today we have learned what is mean by microorganism, fungus, the methods of preserving food, as well as how to make a pickle. Okay students, have you understood? Very good. In the next video we are going to learn something more. Okay students, if you have liked this video, like it, share it to your friends, comment below the video, and do not forget to subscribe it. Thank you. Be studious, be connected.